Welcome back to the workbench. Today, as you can see, we have a Nintendo Switch Lite, turquoise color. I've worked on a few of these, but they've always been the plain gray ones. So this one caught my eye, and I thought I would take a look. It's supposed to be a no power. It is in really good physical condition. It did come with a charger. Most of the time, they don't come with a charger and the original box. But yeah, no power. So that's what we're starting with. I do like the condition it's in, so hopefully this won't be too much trouble to get going. Maybe we'll start off looking down in that charge port. What do you say? Okay, let me see if I can get this in focus down in there. Maybe even zoom in a little. Okay, that looks clean. Wow, even pristine looking. So that's not going to be a problem, I don't believe. Okay. Well, we'll check to see how much current it draws. I kind of like to look down into the ports before I hook anything to these things, just because sometimes they're mangled so badly, and down in there the pins are crossed up. There's no point in creating more damage than it already has. So, but this looks all good. Alright, I think I've got everything in the shot now. Let's see. Give me a second. I've knocked stuff over in the floor. Okay. Let's see how much current this thing draws. That always tells you a lot. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's strange. Okay. Of course, this may be another case of the battery is totally dead in there, and it won't even try to charge it. Well, time to get it open. Alright, now that we've got the back off, I think we can see what the problem is. This one has gone for a swim. Liquid damage scattered about. But right in here, of course, this is the LCD backlight circuitry fed through here. There's the backlight generator. But look down in here. We've got some corrosion going on. And I'll have to check, possibly, yeah, looks like over here. You can see it on this connector. Oh, and down in there, of course, again on the backlight circuit. So, that may have been the only issue. It may have shorted out the backlight so it wasn't really usable, and people put it aside, and eventually the battery just drained to the point where it wouldn't work anymore. Let me fire up the old meter. Let's just see what that battery voltage is while I'm looking here. And while we're doing that, let me go ahead and flip this connector open right here. Let's see how this ribbon looks. Not bad. Okay, the ribbon's all right there. How about the ribbon on the other side? It didn't fare so well. But I've seen worse. Okay, so we've got some cleanup to do. Hopefully these connectors aren't too badly corroded. So maybe just a cleanup job and replace the battery. I mean, not replace it, recharge the battery. Let's see. Speaking of battery, what was that battery voltage? I'm going to guess it's next to nothing. Let me get that in the shot. Kind of. Come on. There it is. There it is. Ooh, a little corrosion down there too. You can see it, can't you? So if I go here and here, it actually says negative 0.015. Yeah, she's dead. She's gone. Okay. And of course, look at the rather obvious moisture sensor. So let's do some cleanup. Maybe put a little juice on that battery manually and see if she will come back to life. Alright, well, it's been a little while, I guess about an hour. And this battery has made it up to about 3.5 volts. So it's time to disconnect my bench power supply and see if it will charge it on its own and maybe even come to life. Let me get this in a camera and a tripod and we'll find out. Alright, let me disable this supply. And disconnect that. Trying to get the battery lead back in there. Does not want to cooperate. Oh, because I got it upside down. Well, that explains that. Okay, now it's in there. And let's connect the ribbon cable back up. Latched. And the same thing over here. And latched. All right. See if I can get the excuse me, ammeter where we can see it. Let's see if we'll try to charge. No. No, we do not. Flip the cable over. Still nothing. That's not encouraging at all. What happens if I hit the power button? Nothing, I don't believe. Nope. Okay, time to get serious. Alright, well, after not being able to get any charge current at all, or any signs of life, I pulled out the board. Just pulled it out of the chassis. And we have lots more water damage, as you can see there. That's the coil for the that BQ charge control chip. We've got there's moisture, residue underneath the M92 chip. Just scattered about the board. Yeah, not sure what's going on there. But so yeah, she took a pretty good bath. I've got a good bit of cleanup to do. I did do a quick check of capacitors around the M92 chip and the VQ, and nothing so shorted. So I'm still hopeful this is just a cleanup job, but I don't know. That's kind of discouraging right there. See if I can get this camera to zoom in. Yep. That's pretty. Well, I think I may have found my first casualty. This is the coil connected to the BQ24193 IC, which you can see right up here. And I'm in continuity mode. Go right across this thing. Nothing. She appears to be open. So, let's see if I've got a donor for that. But yeah, that's our first casualty so far. Open coil. Well, if I can get this in focus. If we take a look at the end of this inductor, you can see where it connects to its little side plates right here. Let's see if I can get that in the picture. See this little round thing right there? Well, you can see right there where the connection's been eaten in two. So I wonder, well, it's gonna be impossible for you to see right there. Let me put this microscope back down. I had it raised up where I could stand that board on its side. Let's see, where were we? Yeah, right here. I just wanted to show that if I go across right here, we're good. So the coil is actually, it's just the connection to the side, you know, the mounting pad that's broken. Wonder if I can do anything with that. Well, it has been a couple of weeks since I have worked on this Switch Lite. You see I've got it all bagged up here. My real job got in the way, and I haven't had a chance to really look at it since I was since I first started working on it. So let's get this out and go over where we are and see if we can finish this thing up before I start losing pieces of it. All right, so I repaired the charge coil, and that actually restored charging, and it actually turned on. No backlight. So I think I showed this connector over here was burned up pretty badly, and I cleaned and cleaned on it, and still could not get it. I don't think it'll show up too well on this camera, but there it is. It's burned up. And so I did in the intervening time when I could not work on it, I went ahead and ordered this Joy-Con PCB here and the cable, which is like $30. So I just want to get this thing fixed and out of here. But that has come in, thankfully. Here it is. I hope it is in there. I haven't opened it yet. I hope it's in there. So hopefully, after a lot of cleaning and replace this connector and that board, this thing should be back to full functioning, and we can move on to something else. So let's see what we've got. All right. Well, I may have made that look harder than it actually was, but never really replaced one of these ribbon cables. And you're always kind of worried about where to bend it. You know, you don't want to be bending it a whole bunch. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I haven't tried to turn this thing on in a couple of weeks now. Let's see if I've got everything in the picture here. What is she going to do today? I think I've got everything back. The little PCB with the on-off and the power and the volume buttons is connected again. Joy-Con, this little ribbon cable. Okay, let's flip it over. Let's see what we do now when I plug this in. .47. I still don't see any backlight. All right, she's on at this point, 0.93, but no touch. Well, do I have to hit the power button? Don't seem to have touch. I thought it would come on. What happens if I press the power button? Nothing. Oh, that's just great. I think I've taken a few steps back. What am I doing wrong? We are charging, and we look like we're running since we're drawing nearly an amp of current. But I don't hear any touch going on. The fan is not running. Turn my meter on. So what gives? Nothing there. Thought I did hit the power button. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Let's see what our battery voltage is, shall we? 3.936. Yeah, we're charged. Oh, that's just disappointing. Let's see. I think I put this ribbon cable in backwards. I think I did. Idiot. Okay, it's the next day. Where are we? I fiddled with this cable. I still don't have it tucked in there, you see. But I turned it and made sure I had it turned the right way, which could be a problem, by the way. I don't know if that was my problem this time, but if you look at this cable, some of the tracks, some of the adjacent pins are shorted together. So that could be a problem. You know, if it's just 20 individual conductors, it wouldn't be a problem, I don't think. But some of them are shorted together, so it probably would matter which way you turned that ribbon cable if you're replacing that thing. But where are we now? Let's see. Ta-da, we're working. Now, let me go through what I did, because I still need to finish cleaning it up some. I may have to get under the microscope to do this a little bit better. But let me show you what I found. Alright, so back under the microscope. Here is the one of the connectors. This is the backlight circuit on the Switch Lite, which feeds down into this connector, and a lot of that was damaged. The cable was damaged, and the ribbon cable goes around, of course, to this side. This is the PCB I replaced to get a new connector. And then up here, I had cleaned a lot of these connectors up here, including this one. It had some damage on it, and I cleaned on it, so I thought I had that all taken care of. And this is a new board and connector right here. This is not the same connectors, so I thought I was good there. But this ribbon cable, which goes down to the screen, carries the backlight, was damaged. I had cleaned the corrosion up, but if you notice, there is a hole in the copper. Let me see if I can get that in a little better focus. Yeah. And these little connectors only make contact with this. The pins in this connector underneath here. They only make contact in one little spot. You can see the little indentation right there on that one. So the little contact was falling right in that little dead spot. So where there's no copper left, that's where the contact was falling. So what I had to do was I just backed it out slightly out of the connector, reclamped it, and voila, there's backlight. So I'll probably try to patch on that a little bit, because this goes straight into the screen. The only way to fix this, to get that perfect, is to replace the screen, which I'm not going to do. I'll just have to maybe patch that up with either use some solder or some copper tape and put over that. But that got my backlight, but I still had no sound. I noticed I would have sworn I had sound earlier when I was testing, and I got it up and running, because I could tell it was working, because I could slide my finger across the front and you hear a little clicking sound coming out of the speaker. But I got it all back together, no sound, and I think I finally figured that out. I noticed, holding a flashlight at the time to the screen, I noticed that. Maybe I had the backlight working. I noticed that when I hit the volume button, it gave a little headphone symbol. And I didn't have headphones connected, so it thought that there were headphones connected. Let me get this out of the way. And so it would always route the audio, instead of to the speakers. Where's the connector? Out the headphone jack. So here's the headphone jack, and I think if you look right back here, we have plenty of corrosion, probably on this ribbon cable too. And this is the headphone jack. So basically, it thinks that I've inserted a headphone, because I put a pair of headphones down in there, and I had audio, so I knew it was working. The sound circuit was working. It just thought that a headphone was connected all the time when it wasn't. So hopefully, when I clean that up, it will no longer think headphones are plugged in all the time. It will route out the speakers like it should. And I think that's the last of this switch. So let me clean on that, and I'll put it back together. Maybe put that ribbon cable back like it's supposed to be. And we can wrap this one up. Well, finally, after some cleanup with that ribbon cable to the headphone jack, I think our audio is good. And our backlight is back working. We have touch. And if you can hear, we have sound. There we go. And I think that'll do it for this one. The battery seems to have charged back up just fine. Screen looks pretty good. Got good sound. I need to check these controls and make sure they're all, not wandering around. But other than that, I think we are good. We're done with this one. If you enjoyed that at all, thought it was entertaining or educational or just interesting, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next repair. Bye for now.